Welcome back to Crypto Front. This is the front line where we are fighting together side by side for financial freedom. We'll take another look at the JASMY price set once again. Right now, the volatility has kind of settled. The Trump inauguration is now behind us. I mean, yesterday, that was a very crazy day. Even the weekend, we had like swings like 10% up, 10% down. It was just chaotic. So let's see here where the JASMY price set is trying to settle. I'm going to be focusing much more on this moving average because something really interesting can show up from the JASMY price set. Before I do that, I want to kindly ask you to help me spread the video just by delicately tapping the like button. It really helps the YouTube algorithm, and people looking for JASMY content will now be able to find this video much more easily. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe because I do TA on JASMY and a number of other different altcoins on a regular basis. So what's the deal with this moving average? This is the 200 daily moving average. And we can see that before we had the rally between January and March, or maybe we can say June 2024, we had just been supported by the 200 daily moving average. Now coming back to where we are today, we are back at that 200 daily moving average, and the way in which we have come back to this 200 daily moving average is almost very much similar to what we had been having back in 2023, because you can see we had somewhat of a kind of a wake of accumulation pattern, which we're crisscrossing the 200, break above it, have a nice back test, and then off and away you're going. And in the situation here, I think we pumped like 900% or so. So let's just go ahead and measure that so I don't say things. Oh yeah, so you can see here this is a 900 something percent, but if you even want to consider the high that we just recently had, you can see there would be something like a 12x here for the JASMY price set. All right, now another interesting thing that is happening is that this was happening exactly 1 year ago, because this kind of price action was happening right on the 21st of January 2024. Today's price action is also right around the 20th or the 21st of January. So my fingers will be crossed here that we get support from the 200 daily moving average, and then we start pushing up just as we saw back here. But there is another moving average which is actually much more consistent. That's the 50 daily moving average, and I've been mentioning about it for a very long time, saying that if we are below the 50 daily moving average, usually it means that we are bearish. But in this whole uptrend since October 2023, we have actually seen that instead of JASMY getting super bearish, it has just had this kind of sideways price action, which I'll just highlight real quick, and then I'll connect it to where we are today. You can see this is just, basic sideways price action. Obviously, this really doesn't sit well with a lot of people because nobody wants just to be in a stable coin or something like that. So you see also the same thing back here in May 2024, and we had a huge one here in but between June and August. This was quite long, and also I would consider that one to be sideways price action too. Now we are at a point in which we are below the 50 daily moving average once again. So yeah, I think we have a chance here to go ahead and test that moving average one more time, right around 3.7 3.8 cents thereabout. That's something like a 33% pump just to get back to that range. Obviously, if it's going to be some kind of price action that we have seen back here, you expect it to be volatile. As you can see here, you had the initial test, you had dropped down, you have another pump towards the upside, so more like a washing machine until you consistently get above the 50 daily moving average. Then you're looking for a huge move, just as we are seeing here, or maybe right at this point, or maybe right here too. Recently, I think this was November. So yeah, that moment is going to be coming. But I think the most important thing right here is that we are being supported by the 200 daily moving average, and that should be like a major support. Now, because I'm really looking forward to this 200 daily moving average to act as support, I was also announcing a long position here on JASMY on a 15x leverage, because I don't want to be saying things which I actually don't believe myself. So yeah, that trade is about 47% up at this point. I think the best is yet to come. We'll see what eventually happens by there. I mean, 40% really, to be honest with you, isn't much in this market. We like better percentages. Anyways, if you want to be joining the Discord group, the link will be down there in the description, or maybe the comment you have to join via Patreon. So another thing here that I want to show is this JASMY price versus the Cardano price. You can see we've been talking about this fractal for quite some time, and I believe we're somewhere right around this level, and we're waiting for a parabolic run now. But I was also looking at something very interesting. So this is the Google trend about the search term, how to buy crypto, and you can see that yeah, the structure basically looks like the JASMY price at itself. So I really don't think that it's abnormal that JASMY is doing what it's doing. It probably just means that not much of retail is just coming to this market, because you can see here the projection is that in this year we're going to be reaching all-time highs higher than what we had back in 2021. So if more retail investors are here, well, that's going to be good for the rest of the market. And Jasmy following in the trend of the, I mean, let me show you that chart one more time, right? So you see what exactly I'm talking about. Take a look at this. This is basically the same thing that we are seeing right there. So that's good here for Jasmy. Obviously, to a lot of people, Jasmy is dead. It's not working. They don't have the patience to hold the whole thing. I would say that to each their own. For me personally, when I invested in Jasmy, I knew that it's either you're gonna be super rich from this market, or you're pretty much going to zero, right? So I'm ready for both scenarios. And of course, it's not about coming here and scoring some points saying that I was right about this and this. It's about my actual pocket. So we'll see what eventually happens by there. But as you can tell, I'm still very much bullish. And I'll meet you on the next one. We will talk about an exit strategy, and I'll show you where exactly I'm going to be taking profits here on the Jasmy price set and the exact reasons why I'm going to be taking. So it's going to be a very important update. I'll see you on the next one. Take good care of yourselves. Bye-bye.